Hi, I am Florence Tang from School of Biomedical Science, the Chinese University of Hong Kong. I would like to share with you all the experience of my team in video conferencing system for virtual practical in training techniques in biomedical sciences research. The biomedical science program is widely recognized its importance in the community engagement, which is the study of the investigation of new treatments from bench to bedside to cure human illness. Regarding the bench to bedside training, teachers need to deliver various knowledge related to principles and techniques, increase the awareness of the ethical issue in scientific research progress, and train the sound professional practice to undergraduates for the day one competency in their career paths. Concerning the training program in the research study to strengthen the broad-based knowledge in biomedical sciences, animal handling, research techniques and operation of scientific instruments must be included. Moreover, both lectures and practical are important during the learning process. Why changes the teaching mode for biomedical sciences practical? The global pandemic of COVID-19 leads to the closure of nearly all the universities in the world, disrupting the face-to-face teaching and learning in the tertiary institutions. With the risk of COVID-19 spreading during the second term of last academic 2019-2020, there was a social distancing measure and the gathering restriction. All the physical contact of the face-to-face classes were suspended. In order to keep the teaching and learning activities, we make use of both media-rich learning and video conference system technology to conduct online teaching for our students. Teaching quality standard. Concerning the recommendation of the social distancing measures and gathering restriction, quality teaching standard still requires to occur best that teachers work together in the common interest of helping all students succeed in diverse and complex learning environments. Moreover, the teaching quality standard may be considered in fostering effective learning to provide another appropriate opportunities to support student learning. Demonstrating of knowledge to ensure students to understand of the learning outcome from the practice. Establishing student leadership skills to develop skill in literacy and numeracy, and maintaining the professional competency to aware the latest emerging technologies for knowledge enhancement. No spoon-feeding learning. Biomedical Sciences program is one of principle in applied sciences to knowledge, interventions, or technology that are of contribution in healthcare or public health. Some of the teachers do everything for the students or told everything to them and thus, preventing us from having to think or act for ourselves. Lecture always overrun. We, teachers should think active learning that has the powerful impact on learners' learning. Chickering et al. In 1987 documented that, student must read, write, discuss, or be engaged in solving problems. Most important, to be actively involved, students must engage in such higher-order thinking tasks as analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. Return to our modern teaching concerning the biomedical sciences education. Hands-on practical must be an essential element. Students can understand more after their study via the learning media. Also, they can have scenario case discussion in order to deeply their learning. After they pass all assessments, they are well for the professional competency with their cognitive memories. From the cartoon diagram of learning style dimensions, it explains clearly what is active learning. Therefore, the learning must be effective. If we add the element of active learning, student engagement and face-to-face teaching, all of them can stimulate student in critical and creative thinking, problem-solving and decision-making by providing abundant experience in the practicums, emphasizing in group discussion, engaging students actively, collecting data in line with knowledge from findings, and learning skills cognitively. Why using video conferencing system, VCS, for online teaching? A video conference system is the digital technology to set up for an online meeting or a meeting over distance that takes place between more than two parties, where each participant can see, hear and chat with others in real time. We can find lot of the commercial brand, for example GoToMeeting, WebEx Meeting, Zoom or Microsoft Teams. In the meeting, the teacher, regarded as the active speaker, is highlighted to deliver the content. Moreover, VCS can be regarded as the real-time network connecting remote participants from different locations for interactive communication. Connect the class in real-time platform with each others via the webcam for reassurance of remote face-to-face contact. It also conducts the learning material which the teacher can control to engage students' learning motivation. The VCS can allow doing the small group tutor with function mode of breakout rooms, which makes more time for reflection, or get the students doing presentation via screen sharing to the whole class, which encourages learner to review or revise from the recording, which facilitates self-paced learning. With the risk of COVID-19 spreading during the second term of last academic 2019-2020, all the physical contact classes were suspended. So, with the support TDLED special funding. In this presentation, our team would like to share the experiences by using video conferencing system, VCS, in teaching hands-on practical and laboratory technique. 24 students enrolled in the Techniques in Biomedical Research was invited to take part in the study. Online teaching was conducted using the commercial VCS platform. Lectures and practical were recorded and launched to the Blackboard system for students' self-paced studies. In summary, there were total number of 15 over 23 hours for lectures and 26 over 29 hours for practicals conducted by synchronous teaching. During the practical sessions, it is necessary to do the modification to achieve the goals. Students were mandatory to switch on the webcams for the virtual face-to-face interaction. Within the period of 3 hours, the practical activity has been arranged for 20 minutes pre-lab talk with the video-audio films related to course topics. Group discussions were arranged in the breakout rooms mode, and finally, the group presentation, which arranged in the screen share mode. The present study was employed an anonymous quantitative research design. A 7-Likert scale questionnaire format was adopted for perceptions on the learning effectiveness if they can motivate and facilitate their cognitive learning. Overall, the students strongly agreed that they are satisfied with the practical, found the practical useful, Zoom activities interesting and motivating self-learning, Zoom facilitating interactive learning in the online teaching, the learning initiatives enhancing the effectiveness for the learning outcome, and lastly the learning initiatives facilitating their cognitive knowledge enrichment. Benefit or not benefit? From the data analysis, student can learn effectively that they can access the e-learning via the synchronous teaching and knowledge of skill transfers to them with remote face-to-face teaching. Student can initiate perceptions on actual workflow of the techniques as teachers stay closer with them for question and answer in the breakout session, facilitate their decision-making skills in learning and identifying their strengths and weaknesses. Student can take responsibility to learn proficiently that they can summarize, do the presentation of what they learned and develop learning experiences. To conclude, it is a multicasting media stream by one-to-many net meetings that every participant can link together without a geographical barrier. In the sudden shift of the pedagogical education from physical contact to remote form, it is a good approach using it as the education tools under the scheme of teaching and learning at home. We can explore more the feasibility serving the urgent need of interprofessional education perspective in continuing the training, enhancing the practice skill and improving health professional competence. Last but the least, I would like to acknowledge all of the team members who have been contribution in the project. The School of Biomedical Sciences has entirely supported the development of the project. The Lee Woo Sing College support the expense of this conference. Please feel free to contact me for further information. Thank you.